Hey folks, Friday morning, welcome to Boxroom Racing. I am your star in VR, the growing concern, old box, Colin Byrne here. Running into a few technical issues right off the top here, so I was just struggling with that 5-minute countdown there as things were getting going. So let me just switch over to this screen here and see if everything's actually working, because I did join a session and then I had to leave and all this kind of stuff. So I'm hoping everything's working now. So let's just jump straight in, and then we can go back out and we can check all our usual stuff, and hopefully everything is okay. But yeah, these things happen, right? Especially when you're taking into account VR and everything else that goes into it. These sorts of things happen. So I'll just put out my test welcome message here, and the link to Discord. Make sure that all that's working, and it appears to be. And I just got to run through a few of my things that I normally do during my my setup here, and just changing the I changed the background on the actual text as well to black on the website, because it comes up as white and I find it really difficult to read. So I adjust the CSS of the page. Whoops. And just make it black so it's easier on the eyes. Okay, cool. That is done now. So we appear to be in our session and everything seems to be okay. So I was able to kind of do a few things behind the scenes. I don't know if so what has happened in the past is that I get white boxes that come around my RaceLab apps stuff, and everything seems to be okay there. That's great. Now let me just refresh a couple more things here. We're going to do some skippies again today. Thanks for bearing with me off the top here. Kind of going through the usual stuff that I have finished before I come live. But countdown timer was on and I couldn't see what I was doing behind the screen. So behind the countdown screen. So looks like we're good to go here now. Happy days. So old box is ready to rock. Another day of skippies. Last night, I tell you, I was watching Larry Rabbit stream, and man, it looked like a lot of fun. A bunch of snails, Tobias, Henrik, Larry, all racing skippies, official races in the same race together, and the three of them in the final race there were kind of 1, 2, 3 for a while. With Gunnar, another driver that I know from just racing, iRacing for the last year. I've seen him in a lot of races. I think I took him out once or twice. I don't know if he likes me or not, but yeah, that happened. So yeah, all them kind of in a big mess, trying to survive a Skippy race. So it was a ton of fun watching. I'd highly recommend watching Larry's streams. He's very, very good. And on Thursday nights, he seems to do this kind of like community involvement where he tries to get everybody doing official races together, which is fun, which is tons of fun. So yeah, enjoyed watching that, and a pity I couldn't take part, but just personal life stuff was getting in my way there last night. We'll have a quick look at the betting board here. So at the moment we got attention at the top there at 13.8k. Venom in there at 84.97, Chief in there at 51.60, Jackknife sitting idle at 4,000, Linda on the board with 27.84, climbing up there Linda, and Spuddles with 19.70 there, bringing up the rear of people that are actually on the board for the betting. And I can say with pride, our I rating is going up. So having a look at the chart here, you can see a sharp increase this week. We've just been gaining I rating, so let's hope that continues today. We're going to do 2 Skippy races, so hopefully that keeps things going. And as we can see, our finishes in the last while this week so far, we had a P12 to start the week off. I think I got smashed into and behind in corner 1 and made my way back to P12, and then a 5th, a 6th, a 5th, a 7th, and a 6th. And a lot of those were top split, so we're doing pretty good getting results like that. Yeah, you can see these last 2 races: 2100 strength of field, another 2150 strength of field, P7, P6. So this is batting way above my usual average here on Skippies. So delighted with that. And here's our look at Hockenheim. We've already seen it because we were there. Hey, Ghost of Gaming, what's up, man? Hope you're keeping well. So let's go full screen. Let's do our whooshes. We'll get out on the track and we'll turn some laps. I got about 10 minutes practice here before the session opens up. And then we'll get our qualification and race underway. So let's have some fun. Let's drive some skippies, huh? Oh, and I probably don't have any computer sound on yet. I did adjust the volume last night for a GT3, so GT3 cars are much louder than Skip Arbor, so I do adjust the volume up and down depending on the particular car I'm driving. Oh, and one thing I've noticed is I can't see my chat up in the air here, so let me fix that now. I just need to add it in VR. And there's my source. There it is there. Oh, just ordered a DD2 and a Fanatec shifter. Oh, man. So you're going to go alien on us, are you? You're going to start putting down the serious times, man. Congrats, man. That's awesome. That's great news. I'm nowhere near being allowed to afford. I can't afford, but I'm not allowed to afford a direct drive wheel yet. Maybe we'll give it a few years for me to ease into it. But yeah, that's great. Have you been streaming much lately? I think I saw you online the other day, but I hadn't seen you in a while before that. I know I do catch you every now and then. Might lurk in your stream. You do some first-person shooters and stuff, isn't it? I was out for a month though as well, so I missed a good bit on Twitch. I was watching a few streams here and there, but I wasn't really as involved as I normally am. Oh, you already got the V3s? Nice. Yeah, I have a set of V3s as well. I'd highly recommend them. So far, they seem great. We've had some people in the chat here tell us that they don't like Fanatec stuff, but so far I'm happy with mine. They're working out really well, and my times are most certainly improving with V3s over my G29 pedals. That's for sure. Whew. See if we can get some fast times here today. My times have been a little bit slow. I think I ended up getting a really fast lap yesterday through drafting. Your racing stream is all taken apart, so just streaming FPS for right now? Okay, yeah, that's cool. I suppose when you get that direct drive wheel though, man, it's going to be all racing all the time, huh? Yeah, I had my whole room torn apart here for a couple weeks. I was doing a work project, so I borrowed a bunch of the equipment that I have here for that project, and I was borrowing some of the space as well in the room for it. Sector 3 is. I moved it to another room though, but it's been taken over, or it's on to its next step now. So I'm able to get back into the streaming, and had a few real life issues to look after this week. So I kind of took a last minute week off, but my mornings are free. My afternoons are pretty much jam packed. So I've been jumping on every morning this week and turning some laps. I might be able to come on tonight. It's quite possible. Hey Linda, good morning to you. You're very welcome back. I might actually be able to come on tonight, so things have been changing with updates from all these things going on in my life. Tomorrow is out of the question now, where I was thinking that I was going to be able to stream on Saturday night, but that's out of the question. But tonight is a possibility. I'm just not 100% sure yet. It all depends on a number of factors. So yeah, it'd be great to be able to jump on tonight and turn some laps. If that's the case, get back into some primetime skippies.
That puts you 1.7 seconds.
Or maybe we'd even look at doing a VRS race tonight at Snetterton, because I've been practicing Snetterton every night this week. at least for a little bit. And I do need to get back out and do some more laps on Spa because I'll be forgetting how that works, and I really need to practice for this 24-hour race. I may even consider forgetting about the Snail League either next week or the week after, and just taking it as a drop week and focusing on the 24-hour practice. Because yeah, I'd really like to perform well, more so than turning really good laps. I want to be able to drive that track with my eyes closed and not mess it up for everybody else. You know, this is as we were talking with Tension there yesterday. You're more nervous kind of for everyone else that if you make a mistake, you know. Yeah, and IRL always comes first. That's right, man. I really enjoy this streaming stuff, but sure, it's my fun, right? So IRL stuff has to be sorted, has to be taken care of.
111.24.
Until one day that I become this big popular streaming machine here, Ghosta, and loads of people's careers and livelihoods depend on me streaming every day.
0.7 off the pace.
Then I have no excuse. Alright, just messed that up there. Was having a good drive there with that fella. Hey, Tension, yeah. Yeah, I'm the big famous streamer now. Solid 5 average. One day I'll be big and famous, you know. Well, I'm getting big anyways. Like I think during the lockdown I've put on a good 40 pounds. Maybe it's more to do with the sim racing than the lockdown, you know. It's just sitting in this chair, turning the wheel, makes you feel like you're getting exercise, but you're really not. You're just sweating due to tension.
P8.
Good morning to you, anyhow. That was a lot of fun last night watching Larry stream and all the snails out driving this track, man. I really wish I was able to partake in that. Maybe in the weeks coming up, I can jump in on Thursday nights, have a bit of fun.
Sector 2 is 0.33 off the pace.
I did get some laps in at Snetterton, however, last night, which I'm feeling good about. I'm feeling a lot better about Snetterton. I didn't improve my time, but I felt like I learned some lessons in a few corners that really helped me be more consistent. There's a few really tricky corners there, which I think as I'm doing them right now, I may have to break down how I'm entering and exiting the corners and rethink it.
Was at 110.88.
There's one really tough one after, I think halfway through the track, there's like a big long straightaway where you go into the bridge. And then there's like a swooping left and then almost like a right hairpin right after it.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
That corner, I kind of rebuilt how I'm doing it all. It's all about kind of, for me anyways, it's all about downshifting at particular points. And if I miss a point where I'm downshifting, I'm like, I've overshot it. Yeah, very complicated track that is. So you've yet to try it. Probably not going to happen until next time it's on schedule because of Le Mans. Yeah.
7th position.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. I may forego racing in the next week or two just for. I may forego racing in the next week or two just for Spa and just focus on Spa. I'll still keep the Skippies alive, of course, but maybe racing GT3 stuff might throw me off, I'm thinking. It's possible, you know. Yeah, if it was easier, you give it a go. If it was like a track that you already knew. That's the thing I find about Skip Barber's, because the car is a little easier to drive, right? Obviously, you're not fighting the car the whole time. If it's a track that I know, I can just jump right in with no practice, you know, and be competitive. But if it's a new track, or, you know, GT3 is different for me, though. I feel like I'm fighting the car the whole time. It's just, obviously you need an acceleration curve. It's just more complex, right? A lot more difficult to drive. So yeah, there's more to it, I think.
Radio check. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
Participation seemed really low in this session. There's only 14 in the split. Is this the only split too, I wonder? Let's go in full screen here. Well, it's top split anyways. 1.7, so there's 2.7, 3.1, 3.6. So there's some pretty highly rated dudes. And then there's some dudes that are rated around us as well. Looks like I'm car number 5. Okay. Should be a bit of fun anyways. Yeah, I'm climbing up the standings a good bit here. Well, my IR has just been up and up and up and up, you know, all week. So very, very pleased with that. So you're saying you really look forward to when you know most of the track and doesn't need to start from scratch. Yeah, it's been a bit easier this season because of that. Yeah, I think every season is helping me that way, especially with the Skip Barber, because I've spent so much time in the cars and on the tracks. That I'm getting familiar with iRacing. I've been on the service for about a year now. I'd say at the 2-year mark, I'll probably know most of the tracks pretty well. And at the moment, there's still like some new ones. I'm like, I've never seen that track before, or ones where I raced it once or maybe twice at the most. And, you know, I got a bit of work left to do in learning it. But, yeah, I'm getting there. The thing that I find amazing about iRacing, because I never did this when, you know, I raced Assetto Corsa or any other kind of racing games. I never focused on one track for an entire week. Man, and you really learn a track, man, when you're driving it kind of every day or every second day for a week. You really learn them inside and out, and I think it's a really good thing that iRacing promotes that you don't get from other sims.
Track temperature is increasing.
You know, like even AMS2, like I've been playing a bit of that with Mad Mike and his crew. And we're kind of bouncing track to track, right? You know, because you can, you know. But I think there's something to be said for really learning these tracks inside and out and gaining every little possible second there. But, I mean, Mad Mike and his crew, those guys are so fast, man. They just, they're as good as I'd be after a week, like within 10 minutes.
Track's clear. Push, push, push. Okay, Colin, we've got 2 laps. Let's get.
But I'm the same. I look forward to when I know the track and I can drive it and have fun, you know. I know, like, Henrik talks about really enjoying learning the track, and he doesn't like watching videos to help him. He likes just learning it from scratch. Guess everybody's got their different approaches and different loves for the game, you know. But I wonder if this is the only split. A little worried participation's gone down so much. Maybe it has to do with COVID in the US. I know, well, it's late night there as well, right? But I know they're resuming kind of full operation in the States, so maybe there's less people kind of on iRacing playing, you know? I only really started this service when lockdown started here. Which is probably similar for a lot of people. Oh, I went down to first gear for no reason at all. So you like the endurance because of that? Oh yeah, you get to focus on a single track for quite some time. you're like preparing for a race, weekly schedule is a bit too fast for you. Yeah, okay, I hear you. So even the weekly schedule is too much. Yeah, the endurance is definitely cool, and hearing you talking about it the other day as well, like where you were kind of remembering these moments where it was late night and you were chatting with the backup driver and having a laugh, and I was just kind of reminded me of like, you know, living in North America and like doing long drives across, you know, the US or Canada, and having your co-driver beside you. Obviously, you need somebody to stay awake with you in the car and keep you awake as a driver, you know, and keep your mind going. Just kind of reminded me of that, you know. That's something I kind of miss in Ireland, because you can't drive any more than 5 hours on this island, so otherwise you've hit the other side and there's nowhere else to go. Let's see if we can get down into the 110s here.
Fastest lap for Ferreira, 110.38.
Yeah, I've definitely taken your what you were saying the other day to heart about being nervous for the others on your team, you know. So I've been thinking a lot about that, you know.
Has just done a 113.06. P3, you've just done a 111.12.
Okay, we didn't quite get down into the 110s, but that seems like that time might be okay for this race here. A lot of people not putting times down. I'm wondering if that's on purpose. Yeah, there's I don't see a lot of high I ratings up above me here, so oh wait, there's two of them there. So maybe two of them are doing kind of like a last to first challenge or something, you know. Yeah, no, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Tension. It's a good thing. You know, it's a humbling thing to make sure that I remember about that and focus on that for practice and training. So, not that I haven't been taking it seriously, but I think I might really focus on it starting from next week. You know, kind of every day. For me, it's kind of like I'll get in half an hour. So maybe next week I'll do. I mean, we're close, aren't we? We're like 2 weeks away from it. So yeah, we're 2 weeks away from it, right? So maybe next week I need to start upping it. And I need to start doing a stint a night, you know, or every second night even, just to really get familiar with what's going on. Because yeah, it's 2 weeks from today, right? It starts. So yeah, I have to make sure I book that day off work too. Yeah, the full team to complete the race, but only one to end it. Yeah, and I don't want to be that one, man. I tell you. People will be talking about Old Box. Old Box will be famous, but for all the wrong reasons, you know? He's very popular. He knows how to kill a 24-hour race, you know? I assume there's like repairs and stuff, right? So if you did accidentally like crash, you could go into the pits for half an hour and come back out on the track, which is obviously not ideal, but if it happens, right? Or do you just kind of have to end it? That would suck. The one thing I think is good about Spa is the track's big, right? So I was watching Muradna's stream last night. I don't know if you happen to be watching. I think it was after Larry went over. He was showing like highlights of his race at Watkins Glen, and man, it was just like a constant stream of cars overtaking him, like from higher classes. And I was just like, Jesus, man, like, I remember driving it in this game, and there was like a break, there'd be a lull, you know, but it just seemed in his car, it was just like constant people just sending it on him like all the time. You know, at least repairs the thing, yeah, but sometimes the car isn't fully repaired, which means you need to adapt a bit. Okay, yeah. And that's kind of what I hear people saying. They get a car, you know, halfway through the night, and it's like, doesn't steer left quite the best and all these things, you know. Yeah, so no, I'll really focus on not crashing and keeping us alive there during my stints. That's about all the best I can do. And how does it work on splits? Does it take everybody's I rating and kind of put us in a split based on everybody's combined I rating or something, or is it like an average, or is it the team lead, or I don't know, because I assume one of us has a very high I rating, right? So that's going to put us in an average. Okay. Yeah, one of us has a high I rating, so that's going to put us in a different league, I guess.
That's the end of the session, P5.
All right, bets are open there, folks. Get your box bucks there. Use exclamation mark bet. I can hit the FAQ there if you're new to the betting. It's not real money, it's just fake money and fun money. If you want to throw down an old bet there. Attention is our current leader. All right, cool. Yeah, this one's a tough one because yeah, finish is a good bet. You know, obviously I'm starting in the top 5, so I have a chance of getting that. One mistake at the front, we could go with a win as well. That's a possibility. If I was a betting man myself, I'd be putting top 5. But I'm not betting on myself. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to kill the music. Let's get on the grid. Oh, and we're all ready to rock.
P5.
That was quick.
All right, Colin, get ready. Green.
There we go. We got a Colin behind us as well. And Rafa in front of us.
Car right. Right side's clear. Car right. Still there. Clear right.
Okay, we're out cleanly off the start. That's the important part. Thanks, Tension. Okay, we're in the train here. The Skippy train. Oh, and I got a bit wide. Okay. We've gapped a little bit of the folks behind us, but I've probably thrown all that away with that last maneuver there. Need to take it easy here. First lap through. Notice Larry last night was much better at getting a wider turn into that T2 back there than me. Hopefully I can learn to do that. Okay, these guys are definitely catching me from behind, and they're not fighting up there yet. Not in any significant way, anyways. Okay, made up a bit of time there at the end. Hey, Henrik, how's it going, man?
just done a 110.23. The guy ahead has just done a 110.03. You've just done a
Oh, that guy went way off.
110.91.
Race just started here, so you haven't missed much. Losing time to this front pack here. Seeing some puffs of smoke, getting some time back on them. Gotta really make sure I'm avoiding that curb there.
P5.
Oops.
Okay, definitely made some time up.
The leader has just done a 110.10. Russell is closing the gap. It's now.
Oh no,
1.5.
no. That was so close. That was so
Car
close.
left.
And I did a Henrik. No.
Car left. Hold your line.
And that guy sent it past me.
Still there. Clear left.
Whew. Okay, we need to stay with this guy now. Oh! Ah!
Right side's clear. Car clear right.
Sorry.
Well done, Colin. Nice move, mate. On your right.
Stop pepper.
Still there.
You're,
Clear right.
what are you doing, dude? Seriously.
Well, I said sorry.
New fastest lap for Ferreira, 109.84.
You ruined it with your best. Wing seems to be okay. Yeah, I'd be pissed off if I was him too. That was a bad mistake on my part. It happens though. Happened to me. Happens. Well, I hate doing that. I hate when that happens. Really didn't mean it. Lad behind me slammed into me as well. Well, we're still there, Henrik. We're still there.
Your lap time was 110.80.
But I don't know if the car is taking on any significant damage. Hopefully that was netcode there, because it didn't really seem like I hit him, or it didn't seem like I hit him that hard anyways, but yeah. I'll have to take full responsibility for that. I'll send him a message there after the race. Kind of swinging the nose in there a little bit too much every now and then. Love to be able to catch Sebastian here.
1.2 seconds. That's a new fastest lap for Ferreira, 109.81.
Okay, we're gapping Thorben here behind us a little bit, but we're losing out to Sebastian in front.
That last lap was a 111.20.
Okay, that was better through that corner. Just been a little wary of it since we almost lost at that time.
New fastest lap for Ferreira, 109.67.
Alright, bets are closed.
Okay, Colin, halfway home. Fuel looks good. That lap was a 110.92.
So gained a bit of time coming out of that corner, losing a lot going in and gaining a bit coming out. Oh, I didn't do that very well at all. I think my saving grace is this last section here. Noticed in all the races I seem to gain a little bit of time on people here. And they're fighting behind me now. That's exactly how I want to do that first corner. Oh, is this the guy that I collided with coming up behind me now?
That's a new fastest lap for Ferreira, 109.64.
Yeah, he's gaining a little bit. I'd say he's like a bat out of hell trying to catch us.
Good lap, that's your best in the session. The gap to Braun behind is increasing. It's now 2.4 seconds.
You think this guy's going to try something, Henrik, when he catches up? I think he's going to kill me.
Sector 2 is 0.37 off the pace.
You would. Of course you would.
Okay, Colin, you're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 3.3 seconds.
I assume that's the guy anyways.
Fastest lap for Ferreira, 109.53.
He'd have to catch me first, yeah. Well, he's catching me. It's just a matter of time before he catches up here. He'll be right up next to me here now.
Two litres left.
Alright, last lap here. Let's see if this guy kills me.
2 laps remaining. Sectors 1 and 3 are 0. On your left. Still there. Clear left.
Might as well just let him by. Well, he's classier than I gave him credit for. He's definitely faster than me. All right, one more lap.
One more to go.
Oh, I thought that was the last lap, but yeah, we got one more. Everyone's fast when comparing it to me, yeah? How many Skippy races did you do, and how many did you finish last night, Henrik? Henrik's one of the fastest cars to not finish a race I've ever seen in a Skip Barber, you know? You finished all of them, okay.
The gap behind has now decreased to 2.2.
I just didn't see you on Larry's stream a few times there because you were so far back, you know? I heard you though, you know?
P5. That's the end of the race.
Right.
Bad luck, mate.
Alright. We'll pull it in. Let's have a look at that incident that I caused, unfortunately. Was it here, lap 4? So we were battling. Yeah, that fella behind us didn't even brake. What will we go with? Yeah, I guess I am there, aren't I? Do I have that controller still around here? Oh, maybe I haven't set up the controller yet. See old Box's nose there? I mean, at best, it was like a tiny little tap. I mean, it's... Yeah, I braked a tiny bit too late, and I didn't really touch him either. I mean, it was a little netcoaty, but I know you don't want to get that close anyways, right? So I'll definitely take the blame for it, right? You don't want to be getting this close to the back of somebody. I mean, no, it's clear. I mean, it's not close even. The guy behind us, though, didn't even come close to braking. Only worse than yesterday's races? Yeah, I hate it, though, man. I really hate it. I know everybody's the same. You probably felt as well because it was... I mean, I didn't brake late. I may have just broke late because of the guy behind me. Or because of the guy in front of me. I mean, I broke at the usual braking spot. Probably should have braked a little bit later. Didn't even look like that guy tried to brake. He tried to turn instead of brake. Braking late, just a lot later than Box. Yeah, that sucked, man. I feel really bad. I feel really bad. I don't like causing those incidents. So your man's name, Dean Russell. Let's have a look from his perspective. Yeah, he's just like, what the fuck, man? And then extra, what the fuck, man? Did he disconnect? Dean, I'm real sorry about that collision, man. I'm sure you can see it's a little bit netcoaty, but it's my bad for braking a little too late there.
All good, mate. Appreciate you saying so.
All right, catch you in the next one. Hopefully I don't do that again.
No worries, mate. All good. Thank you.
All right. Okay, that's it, folks. Yeah, we made friends. We got the hell out of there. So yeah, at the same time, yeah, I feel really bad. Yeah, and he's happy getting an apology, and I am too, man. Like, I think we all know, like, when we're playing this game, like, these mistakes happen. Clearly, I wasn't trying to punt him on purpose. Maybe, you know, in the heat of the moment, I can understand him going, "What the hell, man?" You know, like, because he just passed me and he doesn't know me, right? I could just be some arsehole that punts people in Skippies. You know, I'm sure he's looking at the replay and he's like, this guy didn't try and punt me, and you can see it's a little bit netcodey there. The car didn't actually collide with his car, and it was close. Like, I mean, I was slowing down and pretty much stopped just ahead of it. But I know this game, and we all know this game, that if you get that close, you're gambling with netcode, right? So I shouldn't have done that. So it is my fault, but it was a really close one. So yeah. Obviously, I didn't intentionally do it. So I really appreciate it too when that happens and somebody gets on to me and lets me know. So I would highly recommend you all do the same. Okay, let's have a look at the IR situation after that. So negative safety rating, probably from that collision. That was 4x. We've been climbing in safety rating quite a bit, but our I rating change went up again, plus 42, so we're up to 1830. I mean, we've gone up from 1500 something to 1800, low 15s to low to mid 18s now in a couple days. Yeah, so the IR is climbing again, Henrik. This is kind of more where I feel I belong. You know, driving Skippies is more around the 1800s, you know. So Henrik, when you hit the guy yesterday, you apologized immediately, and then you could just hear from the guy's response that it happened to him so many times. Yeah. Oh, you think the video or the audio is out of sync? Oh, okay. It does happen here because I do have a delay on it. So does everybody experience that? No? Okay. Because I do have a sync offset set because my camera is out of sync. And I do notice sometimes when I watch back on the VODs it is, and then other times it's not. So it may actually just be you see a slight delay, but Eve doesn't. Is the delay in the video or the audio? Because I can adjust it. Does that make it any clap, monkey? Hey, welcome, Fast and Fresh, man. Thanks for the raid. Welcome to everybody coming on over. I am the growing concern, Colin Byrne, your star in VR, old box, all these things. We're driving some Skip Barbers right now. I just punted a guy in the last race and had to make a huge apology. He accepted though, so it was seems about right now. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just stepped it back a little bit, so maybe it just needed a little bit of adjustment. Yeah, maybe it was part of the bugs that I was working out between the last race. I don't know, the last time before I took a break from streaming or whatever. But yeah, man, a big shout out to Fast and Fresh. Yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate the raid there, man. I love your stream. It's good fun. Lots of open wheel action, man. I see on your channel. I think we caught you yesterday just as you were doing a tin top there race, but yeah, I do see lots of open wheel cars on your stream, so I do drop in and lurk quite often. Yeah, thanks very much. So we're gonna do one more Skip Barber race before lunchtime here. We got about 20 minutes before the off of the race, so what I'll do is we'll sign up for it here, and we'll go in and maybe start turning some practice laps in the lead up to it. All right. Yeah, cheers, man. Really appreciate the raid. Thanks for stopping by. All right, we'll join the session. We'll get back into this. And wow, I didn't expect viewers on a Friday morning, man. But here we are. Here we are racing Skippies. you're all very welcome to the channel. I drive. So the story of this channel, anyways, is I'm originally Canadian. I'm based here in Dublin, Ireland. I drive Skippies kind of as my main drive. I also do GT3s. I'm in a league on Sunday nights. Sometimes I stream it, sometimes I don't. I usually stream on Friday nights and Saturday nights starting at 9 p.m. Irish Standard Time, between 9 and 10, and on Saturday nights between 9 and 10 as well. That's the usual time for me. But I took the week off this week to take care of some stuff in life, and my mornings are free, so I decided to jump on. I've been away from streaming for about a month, so yeah, I've come back on with a bang, man, every day this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we've been enjoying some good racing here. If you're interested at all, we do have a Discord community that I'm a part of with Flyby9, Scorpius 29R, and Anderson as well, and who am I forgetting? Guest TV as well. So if you're interested in that at all, there's the link to the Missed Apex Professionals Discord server. Maybe you happen to be a part of it already, I'm not sure, but it's just a community of streamers. We all put together a server. Rather than all of us each having a half-empty server, we decided to kind of team up and put it all in one place for everybody to have fun and do the odd community race and these sorts of things as well. So yeah, that's the deal there. Let's get back out on the track, and my times weren't exactly the best in the last race. Participation has been really low for Skip Barber, so we did a top split race the last race, but I mean, I think it was the only split. Maybe not. Maybe there was 2 splits. I'm not sure. But yeah, the I rating went all the way from like 3K all the way down to like 1500. So yeah, pretty wide range. Not really used to that in Skip Barber series. Usually, 4 split minimum kind of. But I guess a bit of summertime, COVID kind of letting us get back to normal life now. With all the vaccinations, maybe things are slowing down a little bit in iRacing world. So let's do our whooshes.
The leader has just done a 110.29.
And it's still telling me to wait here. What's the deal? Okay, here we go.
Pit lane speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour. There's traffic behind, take care.
I wonder Hendrick was the Dean fella hanging around waiting for an apology as well, because or he's probably just watching the replay. Yeah, I'm glad he didn't kill me anyways, because he was coming up like he was roaring back, like catching me, and I was like, oh, this guy's just out for blood. Wouldn't that have been fun if that's the way it went,
Clear right.
Then I'd have to do an incident and whatever, and I don't want to do that. That just takes up time, right? Johnington would be upset if I didn't report something like that. And it was all caused by my dumbassness as well, Is that a word? Dumbassness? Should be. So are you working today, Henrik? Are you supposed to be working? You'll allow it? Oh, thanks, man. Oh, it hit the wall. Busy moderating chat. So I'm guessing you're not at the office, or if you are, you're like hiding in a corner with one of those privacy screen things. You're at the office, your own, that is. Yeah, nice. So you got a rig sitting next to you in your office.
Contact has just done a 111.74.
It's a nice office then, man. Yeah, what's the story, Henrik? No lunch. You usually leave us during the first race.
Left side, clear left.
But you have been all week. So, shows tension's been paying attention. Oh, I see. Aside from that, you'll have lunch whenever you goddamn well want, right? Whew, I almost bunted him.
On your right. Clear right.
Just a minor fridge raid. I actually forgot to pick up bread when I dropped my kids to crash, so I'm gonna have to go out and pick up some bread, man, to make some sambos. Ooh, that guy almost killed me. Tal Seagal 3. There's 2 other Tal Seagals minimum.
Uy, casi.
You're waiting for your standards to drop low enough for you to not to accept what's in the fridge? I'm kind of one of these, like, I have the same lunch every day, so I need to, I mix it up with all my other meals, but, like, lunch, like, needs to be the same thing every day. I'll eventually kind of, like, get bored of it and move on to something else, but that will be the same thing every day when I move to something else.
E4, good lap. That's your quickest so far.
Tal's putting the heat on, man.
Sector 1 time is good. Clear left, car clear left.
Oh. Keeping ahead of him here, anyways.
V2, that's your quickest lap in this session. Your lap time was at 110.73.
Oh, and I blew it, I blew it.
110.92.
Oh, into the wall and all. No, I did pick up Tal's time, though. Hey, Venom, what's happening, man? So, Pog Rape Slap has a new Fuel Calc app. Okay. Yeah, only if they worked in Oculus VR. But you know, Henrik, I do have them up in the air there myself, right? But you mean, like, dotting them on the screen? You can if you do it with OpenVR. You can do it, Henrik, if you join the game that way. But can you see? Yeah, there you can see it up there. I put the Race Lab apps standings and everything up here. Chat over here. Streamlabs, Twitch activity feed there, and then a clock in the bottom corner. So that's what I use for my info while I'm in VR. It's called Vivaldi, and it takes a little while to figure it out. It took me a while to figure it out. So Vivaldi, and then you have to create a what's it called here? Is it under file? a scene, I think it's called. You create scenes essentially, and then you can open up multiple web pages within the one page. And that works really well for me because then you can just put whatever you want in there. So these are all individual web pages that are all being displayed at the same time. So they're like separate tabs, and then that's all you have to share into VR. So for me it works. It gives me the most flexibility. Because if you use Chrome and you use multiple different windows and you're sharing multiple windows into VR, it really bogs down your system, right? So essentially, this way, I'm just sharing one window into VR. Yeah, if I move the mouse on it, it shows, Henrik. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with your thing. So if I move the mouse and it's on it, if the mouse is off it doesn't display. So as soon as I bring the mouse on and it moves, it displays. Yeah. So yeah, that was my thought on it, anyways. Because what I was most annoyed with is my PC is a little bit underpowered. Like I built a new PC and it's a strong PC. It's a 5800X. I got 3600 megahertz RAM. I got M2 drives. You know, it's nice PC, but I couldn't get a graphics card, right? So I'm still running with the 1660 Ti. I want to get a 3070 or 3080 as soon as the prices come down to a reasonable level, below €1,000 anyways. I'm not paying more than that for a video card, because I know next year they'll just cost that much, and that'll be it, right? So essentially, yeah, I wanted to come up with a way of only sharing one window into VR so it didn't bog down my system, because it seems to be the most taxing thing in VR is sharing the window into it to give you your information. Multiple windows, as soon as I open up multiple windows, it's like I lose frames in iRacing big time. So yeah, that's my trick anyways. Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure it out for you, Henrik. It might be a setting within Oculus itself, maybe. I don't know. But I know it's what works in. So I'm sure you can see this, right? Settings. Oh, it comes underneath the overlay. So let me move to a scene without overlays here. So image stabilization enabled, keep upright parameters. It's on mild. Override view, mirror type. I don't know if any of this stuff. Left eye only is the one thing that I noticed. You're on narrow, yeah, and I did actually notice, Henrik, when you turn your head really fast in VR, black comes into the side. You see it where it's trying to stabilize. So that's why I set that to mild, because when you set it to narrow, it you actually see the stabilization come onto the screen. So this way it doesn't happen, you know. So the only other thing I can suggest is the eye, and just make sure it's set to left eye, because when I set it to both eyes or right eye, I wasn't getting the same thing. Override view, I don't know. I guess I have it set to none. I'm not sure. Nothing else actually seems to be set. And then you save your settings. I don't know if this is what you do. You save your settings, save it full screen, and then you just hit the L key when you turn it on, and it just loads all the settings, because it loads back in normal. And then you just hit boom, L, and it just goes full screen and applies all those settings all at the same time. System layer. I don't have anything turned on there. So that's Guardian notifications or system GUI. Yeah, nothing's turned on there. Yeah, so maybe it has something to do with the stabilization view that you have, and then just make sure with the mirror type, or sorry, with the eye is set to left eye only. Seem to be okay. Only thing is stabilization. Yeah, I think I noticed on your stream you were on left eye there the last time. But yeah, it's working great for me now. It wasn't so obvious as to what was happening before, you know. But yeah, so anybody looking to stream in VR, that's kind of how it's done. And that gives me the ability now to, so like you can see as I turn my head sideways, it holds the camera up straight. And then if you've noticed, like the stream is quite stable compared to a lot of people in VR. You see kind of like this motion all the time, like, and you don't really see it here. It's kind of floaty. It's like when you're using your own like palm quarter at home, you know, or your phone, right, has stabilization built in. It's exactly the same, you know, and only Oculus has it. It's one of the huge advantages for using an Oculus headset to stream VR, is that you can make it so it's not making everyone sick, or at least as sick, you know, so. Huge. Yeah, works for me anyhow. Made a big difference for the stream, I think. And it zoomed it in a little bit, which I think is better, because I think you see a lot of VR streams where the POV is out too far, and when you get into like when you get in like on the 2D, you know, and then when you get into like a tin top car, like the windshield is like tiny, right, and you can't even like see out the window. So at least on this one, because the stabilization is moving the screen in and it's trying to counter what my head is doing by moving the image around, you see more of the window, right? It's zoomed in a little bit, and it doesn't seem to affect the quality as much as it did when I stretched the screen, because then we're losing stuff on the sides as well. But it would stretch the screen essentially, and it would look worse doing it through OBS. So whatever magic they're using in Oculus, yeah, it looks pretty good. It's actually something that's not advertised enough by Oculus. Funny enough, maybe it'll become more of a popular thing. As streaming VR becomes more of a thing, I guess, right?
Take care, there's a car approaching.
One thing I'd love to see is somebody come up with a way of streaming VR in VR, you know? I don't know if you've ever watched... so there was a company that got bought up by Apple that used to do all the NBA games. I don't know if anybody's watched them. I can't remember the name of them for the life of me, but they had an app on Oculus that's gone now, but it's going to launch with whatever Apple headset they bring out. And they were doing like full sports programming in VR, and it looked incredible. You know, like they'd start with the announcer outside the stadium, you know, talking about the match ahead, and they go courtside to the announcer, and it's all in like complete 180 VR, it's called. So it's full like 3D VR. It was just awesome, and it was done like a proper broadcast with animations, and yeah, it was done very well. Next VR, I think it was called. I think they had NBA basketball. They had like WWE wrestling. Not that I'm into that, but it was cool seeing that kind of stuff in VR. And then they had a whole bunch of like football matches that were.
P3.
Like preseason, or like, you know, where like Liverpool or Chelsea would go over to the United States and play in the big American football stadiums during the preseason kind of friendlies. And that was pretty spectacular. They had a few kind of VR cameras set up behind the goals, and you'd watch like some pretty special angles of things happening. If you haven't noticed, I'm a VR advocate. I started out with the Oculus DK2, so it was right when Oculus was bought by Facebook back in 2014, I think. Right as they bought them, so Oculus had a different logo. I have it down on the floor there. It still works. Haven't tried it in a couple months now, but the last time I tried it, plugged it in, works no problem. The Oculus Store says it doesn't support it, but it does. But the only thing is the controllers don't work with it. But you could probably get Steam controllers to work with it if you did that. It has its own camera, so it has a camera that looks back at it, kind of like the CV1, the original consumer Oculus Rift. And then I kind of got into more from there. I didn't get the initial consumer one because I thought it was too close to the DK2. I didn't want to spend the exorbitant price, so I kind of went in. My wife got me I got the Samsung Gear VR just to try it because I had a phone that was compatible. My wife got me the Oculus Go for Christmas, and then I saw the Quest was coming out, and the Go is really good. I don't know if any of you guys have ever tried an Oculus Go. I probably wouldn't recommend it anymore because the Quests have like pretty much killed it. But the Oculus Go was great, man, for watching content. I still use it because it's still a really comfortable headset. That's it up there. come back out full screen. It's the gray one up here. It's really just good for watching video and content like that. I'd recommend it if that's all you ever wanted to do in VR, because it's really light. Battery lasts about 2 hours, but it's really light and it's really comfortable. And it's good for just watching videos and stuff like that. Gaming is not really great on it anymore. The controller isn't really proper control. You know, so it was good for gaming when I had it, but only months later the Quest 1 came out and I bought into that straight away because I wasn't using my gaming PC anymore for gaming. My graphics card had kind of gone old, and I bought a Quest 1, but then they released an update where you could plug the Quest 1 into your PC and use it, so I went out and bought a new graphics card. That's the one I still have in here now, and yeah, and away I went, and then I bought the Quest 2 when that came out. So yeah, I've had a lot of headsets, you know. They start adding up, and they start adding up on the wall here, and then on the floor down there as well, the DK2s in that box. So yeah, lots of fun, and it's the only reason why I play the sim racing games is the VR element. I probably wouldn't play it otherwise. You know? It's what got me back into sim racing. Essentially, I was playing the original Assetto Corsa with the DK2 when that came out. I think it was in beta. I only bought it for like €15, but man, I got some years out of that game, man. One of the best buys ever for me. Let's get back out and let's do this.
The pit lane speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, I could probably do with one of those cam links as well. That
you can push now.
So I'm using the GoPro as my main camera source here, but they brought out a software update so that you can use it in you can use it with a USB-C cable, but it's very limited, like the settings on the camera. I could probably get it to work a lot better, adjust frame rates, do all kinds of things with it, if I used cam link and used the actual raw video output of it. But then these GoPros, these newer ones, you have to buy like this like accessories chassis for it as well to be able to get an HDMI out of it, and then I'll need a micro HDMI to HDMI cable. So I was looking at it and I was like, man, that's just going to cost like a couple €100 just to be able to get a raw output out of it, you know, for my main camera. And this was free, but it is annoying that it does seem to go out of sync. Maybe it changes time to time. So it looks like we're back in the same split again anyways. iRatings are going from 1.5 all the way up to 3.2.
Pit exit's clear. Okay, Colin, we've got 2 laps to get the job done.
There's more competition this time around. We're car number 7 this time. I think we were car number 5 last time, was it? Let's check we're on the right scene, yeah. Whew. Let's get that out of the way in practice, will we? Okay, so here we go. First time lap here. At least I'm not dying there. I've had some really close calls, but I think I've learned to save the car when that happens. Might have to do with this load cell brake as well, being able to save the car. I never used to be able to do that. Just applying the right amount of force when needed. I don't know when I can stop calling this load cell new, Henrik. How long does it take when you get new gear for it to just be your gear and not be your new gear?
7th position. That lap time was 1:11.55.
Oh, and that's an off track, so... Okay, we qualified 7th. We're probably bottom of, like, the people that have actually put times down, I'd say. As long as you're happy it's new, yeah. Is that sim racing gear advice or is that marriage advice, Henrik?
Fastest lap for Rubio, 1:10.42. New fastest lap for Martin, 1:10.27. The leader's just done a 1:10.26. The guy in front has just done a 1:11.11.
Good question. Yeah. All right, so we're sitting P8 at the moment. Let's have a look at the board here. Actually, there's a few people that qualified behind me so far. Not many, though. And we got Dino, man, in front of us there. So let's not kill Dean. Let's not kill Dean. Let's do our best to avoid wrecking into Dean as much as we can. We owe him. And then Hiroshi we've seen all week, man. Hiroshi Udia? Is that the way to pronounce that? I've seen him all week. Or her. Sergio Rubio, too. That sounds like a name. I'm sure they're all names, you know, but it sounds like a recognizable name. Hey, Outrage. How's it going, man? Good morning to you. Just getting ready to kick off our race here. It's about 2 minutes 45 here left till the off. Just getting our last Skippy race in before I got to run to the shop and buy some bread and then get home. No, I haven't added the bet thing yet. I was going to look at it. For the weekend potentially. I may do a stream tonight. I'm not sure. So I could potentially do it then, but I actually wanted a little bit of time to test it and play with it first. Yeah, I appreciate you sending it on. I saw your DM anyways with the instructions, so I just haven't had a chance to have a look at it. Just want to keep this week clean, you know, before we start playing with all that stuff. But yeah, very cool. Okay, so in our last race, if you happen to be joining us, we killed Dean Russell. He's starting 2 cars ahead of us here, so we want to make sure we don't do that in this race. We'll have a quick look at our, speaking of betting, we'll have a quick look at our box betting board here now after the last race. Attention, 21.8K. Venom at 8,497. Chief in there at 5,160. Jackknife Racing at 4,000. Henrik Steamroller, there he goes at 1977. Spuddles at 1970. And Linda in there with 1392. I guess I didn't do well for you there last race, Linda. Lost a few bucks. But sure, let's get him back. The Danes are dominating the bets. They are, man. You're a bunch of degenerate gamblers over there in Denmark, I think. You're not very good at this betting stuff. It's all right. It's only a bit of fun, but it's I was thinking the same way, and then all of a sudden I remember it was Ben Evans' stream. I was betting on his stream, and then I won like 200,000 or something on some ridiculous bet for him to win. But see, I don't win all the time, so there's not good odds paying out, you know. This is probably where Outrage's betting system comes in, where you can like bet a long shot knowing that a person is good, you know, and get a good payout and have a bit of skill, you know. This one here, you're just relying on me to not fuck it up, and I usually fuck it up, so bet crash, you're probably gonna win more. So what are we at? 13 seconds here till the off. Yeah, I'm really excited about this race. Kind of parked right in the middle of the pack here.
That's the end of the session. P9.
Okay, P9 of 16. So we got a bit more in the split here. So bets are open there, folks. Use exclamation mark bet to hit it up. Get your box bucks. Box bucks going here. Oh. This actually looks cut off. Hold on a second here. Alright, that's fixed. Box is fairly predictable, just got to learn how he races. Then bets are fairly easy. Well, I wish you'd enlighten me, Eve, you know. It's probably harder to judge yourself, you know. Eve sitting there as the smug champion. Betting on Box's channel is easy peasy. Yeah, and he kills himself. Kills himself in Hockenheim. That was classic, man. What a race, though. That's where Henrik lost last season. Okay, ahead of us, we got 43 seconds before the off, unless everyone grids up. Ahead of us, we got the number 14 car, Timon Prass. And behind us, we have the number 15 car, Mark Lotzwick. I don't know why I always try and pronounce these names. I'm probably butchering them. Prass? Sure, we'll go with it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
The air temp is 18
go.
Celsius, 15 laps.
On the right scene, yeah.
Okay, Colin, get ready. Floor it, green, green, green.
Okay, and away we go.
Car right. Clear right.
Okay, we just escaped that corner. There's Dino there. We don't want to kill Dino.
Start's alright, let's build on it.
And I'm leaning like it makes a difference. Oh, top 5 all Venom, huh? It's gonna be tough top 5, I think, this one. We'll just hold our position, drive our laps that we can drive, and might get lucky with a few mistakes. Wasn't really a lot of freebies that first race, except for the one I created for myself by punting the guy.
Is now in the lead.
Sorry.
Ooh, whoa.
You're in the middle.
How could that guy not see me there?
Right side's clear.
I'm probably going to get a penalty for driving over the green there.
Car left. Clear left. We've been called into the pits for repairs. The leader has just done a 110.84. Pit lane speed limit is
Well, that
50
sucked.
kilometers per hour.
That guy just totally cut across me.
100 meters. 50 meters.
I should have been smarter there. I'm lucky where I was, anyhow.
Exit is clear. Push now.
I'm surprised I didn't get an extra penalty there for driving across the green to get into the pits. They must not be as strict here. Well, I guess we were due for some sort of incident at some point. It's been a little while. We've had a good run this week.
The leader has just done a 110.28.
I suppose our one saving grace is the people at the back half of this split are pretty low IR, so we might have a chance of catching a few.
You're running last.
Well, I didn't expect to be last. Although it says this guy's behind me. Maybe you have to pit in after a lap. Somebody hit me awfully hard, so it'd be hard for me to believe that they didn't have to pit in as well. And they seemed like they had more than enough time to not hit me, so it'd be interesting to see the replay.
Leader's just done a 110.12. Alright, Colin, we've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Okay, another 1x there, so we're up to 5x.
P15. The gap behind's increased to 5.8.
Yay, we're not last, but we're going to lose like 80 IR or 90 IR where we are right now. So all that hard work out the window. From yesterday and today. Yeah, I don't know why I turned when the guy cut me off like that. I should have just held my ground.
Fastest lap. That last lap was a 110.84.
It's my own fault though. It wasn't a place to be overtaking and I was kind of pushing. I saw a gap and I scented it. Okay, here's a guy that's died or catching.
The leader has just done a 109.84.
Don't know if he just went off or he's got a pit. Nice, staying out in the track. Yeah, we're 15 seconds to the next car after this guy, so... Don't have much hope here, folks, unless we get some incidents.
The gap to Smith ahead is now 5.2 seconds.
Seemed like earlier in the week we were getting a lot of incidents each race.
Okay, Colin, the next car is Smith.
Yeah, we're slowly gaining on him.
That was 110.66. That's your quickest lap in this session. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace.
Another little 1x. It was worth it though for the speed we carried to that corner.
P15, you're pulling away. The gap behind is now 7.5.
We're at lap 8.
Okay, Colin, we're halfway through. Should be about 8 laps of fuel remaining. That lap was at 110.41.
Ah, just nobody's making mistakes, huh? One race we really need it.
Yellow flag, caution.
Nice. That's what we need.
You've just done a 110.47.
Okay, we're still catching Drew, and Callum is now within striking distance. Well, it's going to be tough to make up that much time in the few laps that we have left. It's just me, man.
The gap to Smith ahead is now 3.4.
How lucky was I last race, though, to not die as well, hitting the other car, huh? Could have been a disaster of a day. 2 races down the pipe.
P14.
Someone else just disconnected there. Assume they were ahead of us because everybody else was ahead of us. I'm just not quite catching Drew here, man. He's hanging on. Maybe these guys will fight. A lot of depending on other people to do the wrong things here. Okay, here we go. We're on lap 12 of 15 now. Still sitting in 15th place. 2.9 seconds behind
Lap
Drew.
time's pretty consistent. Your last lap time was at 1:10.38. Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.2 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace.
Starting to finally close on these guys a little bit. Need to get into drafty territory. They're still working together. .2, just out of sight here.
Your lap time was 1:10.25. Good lap. That's your best in the session.
That's how I want to be doing that corner now. There's that wider entry I was talking about there too. That I saw Larry doing last night.
Litres left.
Alright, it could be an exciting finish here. Definitely going to get a bit of draft. So are they.
2 laps left. That was a 1:10.10. Good lap. That's your quickest today.
That's not my fault, Henrik. You're believing in me, you know. All the Venom's money. Sorry, Venom. It's not easy to win that box bucks challenge, you know.
All right, Colin, you're reeling. Smith in. The gap is now 0.6.
Okay, am I fucking going full send here last lap or what? None of these guys are Dino, so
14th. One more to go. Car right. Still clear right. Car right. Clear right.
Hey, sent it around that lad. Took an off track for it. Oh, and he almost killed me there.
3 too far. Didn't catch you.
Good race, thank you.
Oh, he really slowed down there.
Remaining. Right side's clear.
And I won't have enough. I was getting better speed, but I couldn't find where to put the car.
P13. Okay, it's over.
Fair play to him. He held on. What, could be protestable? What, for passing on the outside? I don't think so. Well, it wasn't really to my advantage. It was more, I don't think, anyways. I didn't, like, cut to the inside to take him, you know? I could easily say, no. I mean, like, you know, not that I could easily say, but it could be argued that I was avoiding a collision, right, by going out, which is what I was trying to do, of course. Yeah, I just didn't expect him to be that slow. Oh yeah, so let's go ahead to this. Sorry, let's forget about this. Let's go ahead to the incident that happened. Was it lap 1 or was it lap 2? Maybe even lap 3, was it? Yeah. Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. That was me. That was all me. Felt like he kind of came in really sharply and it surprised me. You know, but he's only driving he's only trying to hit the apex, and that's where I was like, whoa. Yeah, but I think the spirit of that rule, Henrik, would be the spirit of that rule would be like if I cut the inside of the track and took an advantage of the track limits, right? Whereas that would have been a hindrance because I took a longer route, you know? I don't know. Am I just overanalyzing this, or should this guy have been able to avoid this? I mean, that spin out looked like it was happening in slow motion. May not have been watching what was going on. But like, start braking here. Oh, he was trying to get the inside. Yeah. His front wing was ruined, but he kept himself in the race. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, not the best outcome in that race there. We ended up finishing P15. Oh, sorry, no, P7. This was us here after our pit stop in. Here late again. Yeah, I'm just about to sign off here, Larry. We had a good day. Well, we had a good race in the first race. That looks like it's going to be about 51 down on the IR. So maybe that's going to drop us back into the 1700s. We were up in the 1800s there for the first race. So that was pretty exciting. Probably not too much else to check out there. But yeah, thanks very much for joining. Anyhow, let's have a look at the results there. So both red, minus 54, down to 1776. So I'm still pretty delighted with our climb and iRating this week. We went from low 1500s up to high 1700s, so that's pretty good. And potentially for me tonight, and safety rating took a knock as well, but we've been climbing a safety rating as well. So, yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Just kind of getting back and focusing on a bit of Skippies. So it's been a little while since we focused on Skippies more or less exclusively. So. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining. Really appreciate all the support and everybody kind of hanging out all week. I wish I could do this every week, kind of in the morning times, but obviously work is going to be in the way of doing that. And yeah, it was special to be here with you every morning this week and kind of get my stream back on track and get my legs under me. And hopefully we can have some really good Friday and Saturday nights ahead of us streaming on Boxroom Racing. I do also pop up kind of other nights during the week. Sometimes I do the Sunday night stream, but I think I may leave that. I enjoy doing the league race just kind of without streaming. And there's so many others that are streaming, so I might just leave it to everybody else and just enjoy that one stream free. And then after Friday and Saturday nights, I'm kind of burnt out a little bit on the whole experience talking. I have no voice left by the end of it all, almost the same IR as you. All right, yeah, and you're on the way down and I'm on the way up, isn't it? Any more Skippies, Henrik, and you'd be falling down in that IR. Need to get me a pinball machine. I'd like to get this cabinet here. This side? This cabinet here is the Street Fighter 2 cabinet, which is awesome. But I'd love to get the Ninja Turtles one. That cabinet is pretty sweet. I've seen that in the shops there. But I have no more room. I mean, this is actually a box room. So it's a very small room. You can see from I think on the Discord I posted a photo there when I was coming back at it, and everybody seemed pretty surprised how small this room really is. Oh yeah. How is Annie? Is she racing tonight? That would be cool if she was back on. Could have a watch of that. I'm potentially also streaming tonight. Not sure which way it's going to go, so I just got to find out what the story is with. Kids situation. They might be doing an overnight somewhere. If they end up doing that, then I'll definitely pop on and stream, and we'll do some more Skippies, and maybe we'll do some VRS. Other than that, I'll just sit back and watch Annie or Henrik stream and enjoy that. And that was awesome stream last night, Larry, as well. I really enjoyed your stream. If anybody wants to check out some good streams, please go over to Henrik Steamroller's channel, over to Larry Rabbit's channel, check out their streams. Larry's been doing these kind of community official races on Thursday night, where everybody kind of gets together from the snail community and jumps into official races. That was so much fun. Your stream is boring, go watch Henrik. Oh man, but your stream was really good last night. I really enjoyed that. Kind of 3 snails and then that other fella that I know well. Well, I don't know him well, but I just know driving against him all the time. Gunnar as well for the last year. Kind of all battling back and forth. That was really good fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. So thanks again for that. We'll leave it with you here on Boxroom Racing. Potentially see you tonight. If not, we'll catch you next week sometime. And as always, I shall leave you with this. I'll have a look for a raid here as well. We'll send the love on to somebody else.
Get those nerds! Nerds! Nerds!
See, DK Motorsports is on, so we'll give him a raid here.